a 40-minute drive one way. As soon as I announced the case to the staff, I saw nothing but eye rolls and people going back to crossword puzzles or reading. I suggested one or two of the staff would be best suited to handle it, and I got no response, not even. No, John said I could assign anyone I wanted to a case. So I went to the logbook, assigned the case to myself, grabbed keys to one of the unit vehicles, and left without saying a word. I would often walk around in the hospital so no one questioned me leaving the unit. I was almost at the facility when I got the first call on my cell phone from the unit. Chris, one of the people I did not supervise, had received a call from our inpatient unit asking for a consult. I told Chris that she should handle it, and I hung up. 20 minutes later, Danny, another not my supervisee, called to say that the inpatient psychiatrist called back asking when the consult would be done. I asked why Chris had not done it, and Danny replied that the shift had discussed it and felt that it would be better if I dealt with the psychiatrist. I replied that if the consult was urgent, one of them would have to do it because I would not be back for a long time. Danny says, "A long time? Aren't you in the ER?" I reply, "I'm at Memorial Hospital. Ask Chris to do the consult." And I hung up. 15 minutes later, John, the unit director, calls me from his home since he leaves at 3 p.m. I answer the phone and quickly tell him that I'll have to call him back as I'm in a tense situation with the patient I'm seeing, and I hang up. John calls the hospital unit where I'm seeing the patient and asks staff to put me on the phone. He asks where I am, and I reply that he just called me at Memorial's inpatient unit. Okay, why am I there? Now that's the question I've been waiting for. You told everyone on the unit that I could assign cases to anyone I wanted, so I assigned it to me. I told him that I had suggested other staff take it, and no one wanted it. I could not make them. And it was a priority case as a patient had assaulted 2 other patients and a nurse, and the assaultive patient needs to be moved to a higher level of care ASAP, a process that I was almost finished with before the evening shift supervisor had even arrived to assign the case to someone else. The point that John could not argue against. I was not going to sit around waiting while someone else might get hurt. I was not privy to what John said to the other staff afterward, but I was told that he was livid, telling the staff that while I was not a supervisor in title, staff needed to view assignments from me as being backed directly by him, and refusals would be considered insubordination, grounds for suspension or termination. From that point on, staff took the cases I assigned them. If I caught any attitude, I'd just hold the case up and ask, "You or me?" And then they would grab the case out of my hand and get to work.